I think in the past, violence used to be primarily defined as physical harm toward another, but today we understand that it is much more. Violence can also be inflicted by words, through exclusion and separation, and mental/emotional abuse. Violence can break down our physical bodies, and it can tear down our self-worth and trust of others. It can change the way we see ourselves, our world, and people around us. I am fortunate enough to have a very supportive and loving family life, so I didn't experience violence at all until I got to be of school age. From there, it was pretty constant. I was called nerd, four eyes, stupid. They thought I was lame and weird. The kids who spoke Spanish would call me curse words in Spanish and laugh at me. Even though I didn't know what they were saying, I knew they were making fun of me and singling me out. I was excluded from games and felt totally alone. It was an onslaught of insults every single day. There were some particular people who liked to pick on me, but from there I got to be a thing that a lot of people just did. I was a class outcast and I didn't even know why. I felt as if the whole world was working against me and I had no place in it. I thought everyone else had a perfect life and I was the only one experiencing this. It affected my grades because I stopped caring about anything. I stopped believing in the world and that it was a good place. I would just sit in my room and think about what a terrible world this was. It affected me socially because I became completely afraid to trust anyone new. I wouldn't take any social risks to meet new people or get to know them, so I didn't really make any friends. I felt like anything I said would just sound dumb and they would judge and ridicule it. So I basically became the quiet, awkward kid of the school. That's how people learned to relate to me. So that became my stereotype, even though it's not the real me. This still happens every so often, but not nearly as much. There was a moment in the middle of 8th grade when it just clicked in my head that I'm going to stop hiding and be myself. Someone was talking down to me and I thought, this isn't going to stop on their side, so I'm changing the way I respond to it. If they called me a nerd, I would reply with, yeah, so what if I'm a nerd? I'm not ashamed to be smart. If they said something that wasn't true about me, I would refuse to acknowledge them or their words at all. I refused their lies and told myself the truth instead, because whatever flaw or trait they have decided to pick on, whether it's true or not, it does not define my whole value as a person. Whenever I encounter bullying now, I actually try to understand what is driving their hatefulness. There's always a reason why people behave that way. It's not normal to just hate and act violently for no reason. Something is happening to that person and they are acting out. There could be trouble with parents, trouble with their boyfriend or girlfriend, trouble at school. Most likely, they are a victim of violence or neglect in their own life somehow that you can't always see. Our ability to empathize creates a sense of personal responsibility that leads us to positive action. We can respond positively instead of just taking abuse or reacting back in violence. So, I think we can break the cycle of violence through bullying with empathy and understanding of others, as well as choosing to value ourselves above their words and actions. We can allow our negative experiences to change us for good and make us stronger, better people. Being bullied and excluded makes you feel worthless, but we can choose to value ourselves and others, even if they don't know how to value us. So then, who do you say you are? I say that I am.